What are you doing? Hi. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Mumcott Ranch and Homestead. It's so good to be back. We were off for a couple weeks. We had a lot to do around the homestead. We had family visiting from North Carolina, so that was a good visit. And now we're just back at the day-to-day routine. So I wanted to bring you guys around and give you an update on how all the animals are doing, and even 2 new additions that we have on the homestead as well. All right, so first things first, let's start with Oswald, our pig. So, interesting story. We had a few pigs in this pig pen last, probably summer and fall. And with the garden, we had leftover squash, zucchini, watermelon, pumpkins, you name it, the pigs got a little treat. So I was out here not too long ago and I had noticed that there was some sprouts in the pig pen. So I wanted to show you the kind of things that are growing from the pigs eating the vegetables from last year. Hi. All right, so we have tomato plants, tons of tomato plants. Look at that. Tons and tons of tomato plants. We even got a couple over here. We also have a good amount of either squash or zucchini. Oh, that fell off. There's even a tomato plant growing within that. Another tomato plant there. Here's another tomato plant. Tomato, tomato, tomato. So many tomato plants. Here's a couple more squashes, zucchinis. Another tomato plant hiding in there. Got another good size plant growing here. Ton more tomatoes. Another plant here. Again, a couple more tomatoes. Another tomato there. Oops. Squash or zucchini there. And we also still have a ton of sprouts coming up. Look at that. Here. This one looks like an 8 on, but this one. So it'll be interesting to see how these plants grow, what exactly they are once they grow. I'm not quite sure if they're going to get to their full potential, only because I'm not quite sure if the pig will just end up eating them, but he hasn't yet. And there's a lot of greenery out here that he hasn't even touched. So it'll be interesting. I think what I also may do is maybe transplant some of these and put them in the garden and see what they end up being. You guys, look at this huge patch of tomato plants. Look at one there, here, one there, a couple here, tons. So how funny is that? I thought that was the funniest thing. But yes, Oswald, he is the runt that we had from when we had bred 2 of our sows. He is the only one that we have left at this point, and he's definitely slow growing, but he's definitely been putting on some weight and some height. Huh, Ozzy? And Oswald will be going to freezer camp in the fall. And next we have our chickens. These are the 6 chickens that we had gotten from Tractor Supply in the springtime. I think they're like RSA chickens or something like that. I'm not really quite sure the exact name. So we have these girls still in here. We want to do a little bit more work on the outdoor chicken coop that we have our other birds in before we put them out. And that black and tan one is the one that we had hatched from our incubator. So next, as you can probably hear, tons of baby goats. Let's go show you them. Hi, handsome. What are you doing? Morning, Blair. There's Joey. This is the kid goat that we actually had in the house for a little time because it was struggling when it was born. So as you can see, he's doing fabulous. Hi, Blair. Hi. And the other kids and one of the moms love playing on this wood pile, so they've been hanging out here, their little playground. So we have 7 kids so far in this pasture with their moms. All the kids are doing great. We haven't had any more issues, but we do have 2 new additions that I want to show you. Good morning. Hi. What are you 2 doing? Good morning. So those are our 2 new additions. They were born, I think maybe not even a week ago, maybe a week ago. They're both girls. They're both doing good. These are the last kids to be born on the homestead this year, so we are all done with our kidding season. We have a total of 9 kids. We do have somebody who does want a couple of them, but as far as what we're going to do with the rest, I'm not really quite sure. Right now, our goats, The moms that we have now, they're older, they're getting up there, and we do want to continue breeding and selling our goats, so we are deciding if maybe we should replenish our stock. We do have a buck that we had gotten this summer, so that way there's no crossbreeding or anything, so we can always use him. The two boars that we have, they have not been banded yet, so that's always an option. So I believe as far as kids, we have a total of 3 boys and the rest are girls. Alright, so the black one and the red one is our beef steers that we are also going to be sending in the fall to be butchered. And there is Daisy, my milk cow. We actually did start drying her off just last week, I believe it was. We've actually been using her milk for the 2 boar goats, being bottle babies, and they have loved it. They're growing big on it, so that has definitely helped a lot. But she has been in milk for about a year, so we kind of just want to give her a break until her next time to have her baby. But they are definitely getting big. Good morning, ponies. So Shadow and Sunny doing great. There's Oakley, our bull. Grizzly, our black Angus. Hi, Giz. There's Darla, Daisy's calf. Look how big she's gotten. She's a big girl. And then there's Luna, our red Angus. Looking good. Come on, guys. Shadow, you need some fly spray. Good morning, Darla. Hi, Oni. Hi. So we are headed back to our other 3 goats that we have back here to check on them, make sure that there's nothing that they need. They have been eating on these little paddocks that we have out back here for them the whole summer so far, the past couple months, and we haven't had to feed them any hay. They honestly can't even really keep up with the grass that they have, which is good. We haven't even put them in the last paddock yet, and that's just growing up, but we might end up bringing 2 of our oldest girls back here just so they can not have to fight over food, and there's a lot of grass back there. They'd be so happy. Morning, boys. Good morning. Hi. Didn't even want to come visit yet. So Oliver is the boar that I was telling you about that we can breed the other girls with. He's gonna be almost a year in August, so he'll be ready to go for this year. But as you can see, there's plenty of grass still in here. And it may be hard to believe, but like, this was so overgrown. There wasn't any grass really back here, just trees, brush, and having goats back here really did very good for this land. The manure for goats is super good, and yeah, I can't believe the transformation from being a wooded, overgrown area to now beautiful pasture for these guys. So great stuff. I also wanted to show you guys something pretty neat. Like I was saying with the pig pasture, with all those vegetables growing in there, we also did have 2 pigs, the 2 sows, in the barn over winter, and we did feed them a couple pumpkins. So as we're cleaning the pens over the winter, we did make a manure pile, and then my husband put the manure pile in one of our pastures. It's just a small pile, but I noticed that we have also some pumpkins growing in this pile, so check this out. So here's the small pile, very small in this massive pasture, but we have a pumpkin plant growing in here. So much over here. There's probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 in there. Some over here. I thought that was so cool. Once they start growing, I am going to try to get them to come out on the lawn rather than moving towards the pasture, only because the cows, I've heard, do like pumpkins as well, and I don't want the pumpkins to get big and then one of the cows messing with them or the horses messing with them, stepping on them, anything like that. I'd like to see what I can get out of these pumpkins, because the pumpkins that I do have in my garden, I did plant a few by seed, but I did have 4 that I planted by actual starts that I had gotten from an Amish greenhouse, and the seeds that I had put in the ground really didn't do a whole lot of germination. I think I only had 3 plants out of probably 10 that I had seeded, so they were an old pack, which is fine, but I was really excited when I saw that because I was bummed that I wasn't going to get a ton of pumpkins like I had wanted, and now it looks like we might get some pretty good amount of pumpkins this year. All right, everybody, so it was so good spending the morning with you, feeding the animals, giving you an update on how everybody is doing. As you can see, I am in the garden area, but we're not going to be looking at the garden yet. That'll be in another video. A lot has changed. There's a lot that I have to get in here and do. Like I said, we've had family up here for almost a week, so the garden was kind of put on the back burner, so I do have to come in and really do some work in here. As I come out, just weeding here and there when I can, especially in these raised beds. There's some good things happening, there's some not so good things happening, and we will share that in the next video. So again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I've missed you guys, I've missed doing these videos, and I'm glad to be back at it. Please think about subscribing if you're interested in more animals and garden videos. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share all of our videos. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.